Hello everybody. Just a couple quick things we're going to try and do today. Nothing major. We're going to feed a few small ones, just a few, 3, 4, maybe 5. And I did a rehousing and I have a very unhappy spider. But we're going to start here with the Chilobrachy species gang kraken. Probably going to come up from either there or there, if it comes up at all. Hopefully the worm will entice it. You can see the spider is moving there. Right back in that area there. There he is. Like the worm stopped moving like it knows. Come on, buddy. The worm gave up. There we go. Sometimes all it takes is moving the enclosure just a little bit. Okay, that was one of the 2 Chilobrachy species gang krakens that I have. We're going to try and feed the Chilobrachys fimbriatus next. This is the Encycritella olivacea. I think it's the Tanzanian black and gold, or the black and gold baboon, or black and olive gold baboon, I think. Black and olive. This thing is just incredible. Okay, so here's the Holopheli sanguinicipes that remember the other day it wasn't doing so well. Seems to be recovered. It seems that it's done much better since you could see the substrate's rather damp since I dampened up the substrate. So this one's going to actually get rehoused into probably this or something similar to that, either that one or the one bigger. And I think I'm going to use a lot more moss in that one. A little bit of this beaked moss, and then some regular sphagnum moss mixed in with the substrate, and then, you know, a leaf litter level on top. But it's doing much better. It did eat the cricket. Matter of fact, right there is probably the remnants of it right next to the skull there. It looks like that. I need to get that out of there. But I just want to give you guys an update on that one, so you see that it's doing okay now. And I didn't have to put it in an ICU to get it that way. Just kind of dampened its substrate, made sure it had some water, and it seems to be doing fine now. Okay, next. Okay, so here is the tarantula that's having the temper tantrum, or the I'm not happy. I was not happy whatsoever. I finally moved. I did the holes and set up the enclosure for this Glad container. This is the one that I found at the Christmas tree shops. Still got to get all these little stringers off of here, but this is Eberipor sortoma. I was hoping this thing is lightning quick. I mean, you would not believe, and skittish as hell, wants to run all over the place. It's like a pokey. When pokies get going, that's exactly what this one is like. Quick like, T. gigases and Iridopelma hiristum, fast like that. I mean, not saying that regular avicularia or carabinas aren't quick. This dude's fast. We think this one's a female. Not 100% positive, but that's what it seems like. Hopefully it will move around a little bit later and I can get some pictures of it instead of it being huddled up like a little baby. But I just glued some natural looking sticks. Put this branch in there that kind of comes out this way. Glued it to this one, and then we put the base in the corner. That kind of holds the whole structure together. That's glued there, and that holds pretty much everything together. What I have found, and I'm going to try this, I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but plastic tends to have static electricity, or static, not necessarily electricity, but it like has that, I want to grab the substrate as you're dumping it in and stay all over the sides of the enclosure. So I think I need to start putting the substrate in first and then put it on the decorations. What I generally do is I put everything in the way I want it, and then I dump the substrate in around it, and then I try to clean it off. And you can see that you don't necessarily get all of it. You can see all over the sides, and I used a painter sponge to clean that off before I put the spider in there. But yeah, we're not happy. This one's a Weber, so I'm hoping it'll utilize this area here, or up in here, or underneath the leaves there. It probably will web up here just because it'll want to make me mad. This one has not done anything that I wanted it to since I got it. This was a rehouse of this one. This one took a run. Not very far, but far enough and fast. Just, I mean, lightning quick. So, yeah, that's those three, and then I'm gonna we'll pull the insect communal down real quick so we can see what happened overnight. Not a bunch of stuff happened, but let me get them, and then I'll show you guys. Take 3. That's the third time I've started this video from here, because I just didn't like the way it went. I didn't want it to go as long as I kept talking and talking. You know me, I like to talk. So I just kept talking, and I looked down, and I'm at 12 minutes, and I didn't even get anything of what I really wanted to talk about in there. But anyway, this is the insect communal you guys saw yesterday. We're doing well. All 6 of them still good. There's 2 on this side, 2 on the opposite side, 2 on this side. These ones webbed a little bit. One of them over here webbed just a tiny bit. Those 2 over there are just hanging out on dirt. We're going to get a water dish in there. Hopefully, we're probably going to get it underneath that wood right there in the corner, because that's where nobody's at. And we named, or I named, I don't know why I keep saying we. I say we because I always talk about the family, but no one has any interest in these things other than me anyway, so they're mine, not we. So me, I named this Cell Block E. This is the name of this communal. I did not name the Balfouri communal. If you guys have something interesting, maybe we'll call it Cell Block D. I don't know. Or Cell Block B for Balfouris. But I just wanted to do, a quick what's coming up in the course of the next few weeks. Of course, the Soritoma's in. That was the first big step. The Tigranocelli and the Smithy need to be moved up. The Vittata is going away next week, so one of those enclosures will open up, which is going to probably go to the Tigranocelli. Don't tell the Smithy, but I like the Tigranocelli better. Well, no, not really. I do. I like the looks of them a little bit better, and that one's actually a tad bit bigger. So I'm either going to get another one and put the Smithy in, the Poecilotheria Smithy, or I'm going to put the Poecilotheria Smithy into an enclosure like that one. The Smithy is kind of nut job, so I'm not really sure that I want that one in there. I might actually just put one of the Reduncus in there, one of those 2. little lady's probably the one that's in that enclosure right there, and that's Tesla. Both females. I'm pretty excited about that. I did get to see the Sednoctomus brachyramosa today. Only feet and fangs. I fed it this morning. It actually came up. So I want, actually when I get done on the phone here, or yeah, on the phone, like I'm talking on the phone to you people, when I get done filming, we're going to do the moving of the spiders in the pill vials, except for the Darlingi. Darlingi's going to stay, I think. The Elbicept's coming out, the Hamori's coming out, and the Brachypelma vagans, one of them. The other one's staying in there because I made a deal with Payton's Tarantulas. She's purchasing a number of my spiders, one of the vagans, one of the Cancerides, the little Grammostola pulchripes, and OBT, and Aphonopelma simani, the Pamphobedius platyoma female. I think that's it. I can never remember. I always say them and I forget. So we're going to open up some room. So some things are going to move around here. I want to get rid of that. We'll store that for something later. But we're going to move the Grammostola species mall out of that into the enclosure that the Pamphobedius platyoma is in. And then the Simani is in the back there in the corner. So when she goes away, the Lincoln Brachypelma albopilosum female that is in here is going to go in there. And this will open up an enclosure here for somebody. I'm not quite sure who yet, but somebody. I was thinking maybe the king baboon, but they grow so stinking slow that I don't know that I really want to put that in here. I may move my Brachypelma Emilia in here. I'm trying to favor the Brachypelma into clear plastic, the acrylics, so I can see them better, you know, the reds and the blacks, and the golds and the blacks, and the blacks and the blacks, and all the black and reds and oranges that go along with the Mexican species, so we can see them, you know, up close and personal. And then when my little lady in there, hopefully lady molts, because she's going to be really fluffy. Being a Nicaraguan, they get really, really, really curly. She's going to go into something a little bit more clear so that we can see her a little bit better. But, so, I don't think I was showing you anything there. Arkham is doing well. I do need to feed all those guys. The avicularia up there in the corner, the P. cancerides, the Lasiodora Ds, polycuspillatus, the Chilobrachys huhini. I'm not feeding anybody in the softball cubes today. We're going to do that Sunday, and that'll be a separate video. So before I get too long-winded, I did come up with an idea. Let's see if this sounds interesting to you guys. And if it does, you know, I mean, I don't get a ton of comments, but if the majority of you guys think that this is a good idea, if it's not a good idea, tell me, because I don't want to do it and then it not be an idea. But what I did is I took the collection and I broke it up into groups. I think there's 11 groups. So like the Asian species, which would be the Chilobrachys, the Ornithoptinae, the Orphanaicus, any of the Sednoctomus brachyramosa, anything that's an Asian species that comes from the Philippines or Malaysia or that area would be a category. The Poecilotheria would be a category. The Salmopaeus would be a category. And then the Brachypelma, of course, Aphonopelma, Grammostola. There's some stuff mixed together, of course. Ephebopus, Formictopus, you know, just a breakdown of spiders, and then I'm going to do the feeding in groups. So today's feeding may be group 1, which would be arboreals, which would be like, say, the salmopaeus and the avicularia. All those would get fed, and that's what you would see. And after, a handful of times doing that, then if you guys don't really particularly care to watch, like the arboreals, because they are a little bit harder to film, you could skip watching that video if you want, because that group 1 is going to be them, and you're like, oh crap, here's that, like, trying to film through the plastic, through a bunch of webbing, and catch a spider moving really quickly to grab something. Now, the pulkers seem to be a lot easier to film than most of the other ones are, but you get my point. But then you can look forward to, group 3, that's a brachypelmas. That's going to be a nice, long, cool video with a bunch of cool Mexican species in it. So tell me what you guys think about that. And then what I'm going to do is, over the course of that month, I'm going to take the, not all of them, but the better hits, better feeding videos, break them down into the quick hits, and we'll do a greatest hits of the month video towards the end of the month. I have had a lot of big plans and doing different things, and some of it just doesn't work out because of time, like the question of the week, and I haven't even started the topic of the week thing that I wanted to do. It'd probably be better if I actually, when I'm talking like this and not doing anything, film myself, but then you would have to see me. So yeah, that's what's going on. We're going to end this here in about a minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and move my Brachypelma vagans finally, get it into its home, so I can get all these little softball cubes all together in one place, and go from there. Yeah, things are, they're all adapting really well, I think. I was surprised to see, well, I don't have them out. The Plesiopelma species Bolivia actually burrowed. Now, it wasn't in the burrow when I saw it, but it actually did burrow. And it's never done that before. It's been on the top this whole entire time I've had it. But the Fimbriatus did not come out and eat, so yeah, this guy's got about 1 molt, maybe 2, depending on how much it grows, and it'll be out of here into probably something like this, into one of these mini softball or mini football helmet cubes. What I'd like to do is really, I would really love to have a different shelf there. I don't have a lot of room. It's only 22 inches wide. But I'd like to have something a little bit more sturdy than what's there, because that shelf right there is actually kind of collapsing, kind of dips down, so you can see the containers are wanting to lean one way, and then when you get them in the back they want to lean forward. So I'm going to put a piece of plastic there like I have here to fortify that. Hopefully that'll rectify it. I cut it, it's at work, I forgot to bring it home. Hopefully that'll fortify that and make it a little bit easier and stack them, so that they're not leaning against each other. But yeah, so if our Eberoporosauritoma decides that we're going to stop our huddling in the corner and come out and play, I'll get some video of her. I'd love to see her just crawl right here and stop, so we can take some pictures of her. So again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and hit that little bell. I know some of you have, because you guys are commenting as soon as my videos are being posted. That'll show you when I put or upload new content. But yeah, look forward to possibly the end of next week a video from Peyton's Tarantulas that will showcase the stuff that I sold to her. And then for those of you that subscribe to Trey Beck, be on the lookout for a video from him soon from the stuff that I sent down to him. So yeah, I've got some cool things upcoming. Like I said, what I'm planning on doing with the money from Peyton is going ahead and buying a handheld. I saw a Sony that I kind of like. I'm gonna look around the next 4 or 5 days at some different things. I'm gonna try Best Buy, see what they got there. But the one at Walmart I did kind of like. It's 30 megapixel or 30 sorry, 30 times optical zoom. The other one was 27 times optical zoom with 9.2 megapixels, maybe something like that. I don't know that. I'd have to look at all the information again, but one's black and one's blue. So, yep, that's where we're at. In there is the Dolichothelli diamantinensis that refuses to molt. Just won't do it. Okay, well, see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.